go.
Welcome to A Matter of Mindset.
Let's go!
Joseph Carpe Diem, putting in work from the AM to the PM. You know the vibes.
Do I even need an introduction?
No
I think your audience knows this handsome face already.
Come on. Kdali in the building, though.
You already know, notorious A Matter of Mindset guest. You know,
It's like, it's your third, fourth, is it?
Third, fourth time. But you know, we always had conversations like this all the time. So like, I feel like this is the 1,000th time us talking, you feel me? We had the episode like earlier this year, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like, bro, do you know what it is? People keep harassing me. When are you gonna do this again?
Bro, I've been getting harassed as
well.
Bro,
people have been live out harassing me on the roads, bro. Anytime they see me, yo, when are you gonna do another one? Hey, you should be doing this monthly, weekly, rare. I'm like, bro, isn't the amazing music I give you enough? They're like, nah, bro, like, we need more of you. We need more of you. Now I'm trying to say, it's just not just the beats, just you in general.
Yeah.
And I'm flattered by it. And I was like, because I always say, yo, I only want to do this shit for like yearly, but I feel like I want to do it again. You feel me? So like, why the
if the
fuck
people
not?
want it, why not?
I mean, if the client wants, they want. If they want crack, they want crack. You gotta give them the crack. You feel me?
How have you been though?
You know what? I'm just on a frequency where like I'm embracing my energy. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm embracing, just me being me, moving how I want to move. You know what I'm trying to say? Like it's a beautiful and amazing feeling knowing that, what that feeling when like you got your own back. You feel me?
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to say, even with like this music shit, I'm trying to say like I really got my own back in this shit. Like I got a whole team, but like here's the thing is like it gives me a certain power and certain dignity knowing that like you got your own back, you feel me? You know what I'm trying to say? Like for real. And it's like me and everyone else around me, it's like really like this game that I'm in is really like nowadays it's like an independent grind. Like this society is very self-sufficient. You know what I'm trying to say? And me, I feel like I was born in the right time. Sometimes I feel like I was born in the wrong time. But this era that I'm in right now, this era is where like you have no excuse. Like the playing field has been leveled.
Yeah, it's so competitive that you have to be on your stuff.
You have to be 10 toes in this shit, you know what I'm trying to say? Like me, I was never the type to wait for nobody to put me on. You know what I'm trying to say? Like me coming up in this game as a producer, I got really out of the mud. Like my start in this game was really like at the beginning, no one wanted to rap on my beats. Unbelievable, right? You know what I'm trying to say? But so back then, for me to get my beats heard, I had to put my instrumentals on popular songs. You know what I'm trying to say? So basically, this is what I would do, right? I don't know if this will run right now, but I mean, it could run right now, but like I came up in the SoundCloud era.
Yeah.
So basically, I would get popular songs and get the acapella for that and put my beat on it and send it to bare DJs around. You know what I'm trying to say? Like I could look back on my old emails and there'll just be bare DJs. You know what I'm trying to say? But only a handful of them people
got back to me.
Yeah. You know what I'm trying to say? Because I wasn't known.
Yeah.
That's the nature of the game. I wasn't really known back then.
Yeah.
But that was like my way in, like a sneaky way, like, yeah. Okay, cool. Oh shit. This Cardi B song. Oh shit, this Young Jeezy song. But who made this beat? This beat is different. So I was like, Kdali. Who the is Kdali? You know what I'm trying to say? And I feel like my first big breakthrough was because of that, because DJs started to play my remixes in their sets, bro. Like I remember, like shout out Cassie. You know what I'm trying to say? Cassie, this I think she's based in French, but like she's based over here as well.
Okay.
You know what I'm trying to say? She played my remix in a festival in front of thousands of people. Me being 19 years old, I'm thinking that's euphoria, my guy.
Yeah.
That was like my first big breakthrough. And then, I started with people in the ends and that's kind of like how I got my name up. But it's just really about self-sufficiency. If I was waiting for an artist to get on my beat,
you'll be waiting forever.
I'll be waiting forever, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? But like, there's just certain ways that you have to get your name out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to. Of course, I had other methods. You can't just rely on one method, one this, that, and the other. But like me, here in my production in a club, and they're like, "Who the produced this?" And they look, and everyone's pointing at me. That's kind of how like I got my foot in the door.
Yeah.
How I got my credibility. So it's all about like using your creativity to get your foot in the door.
Yeah, of
you
course.
can't wait on no excuses. You can't, man.
Nah, it's true.
I'm
And
trying to say.
I was even gonna say, like, boy to boy, like, I'm proud of you. Just the way you knuckled down, you've been grinding. It's like you're either at the gym, in the studio.
I mean,
like
the
everything
people,
is.
the people them can see that.
Yeah, like you're consistent with your thing. So you're consistent with what you have to do.
Bro,
Like,
I can't make no excuses, bro.
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to say, like, I'll be waiting till the cows come home. Do you know how much people benefit off of you not being in a so-called high situation? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, no one's gonna tell you you can do whatever the fuck you want, however you want, in any way, shape, or form. Because they benefit off of you not having ambition. Why? Because you're less competition. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, why aren't they teaching entrepreneurship in schools? Everyone complains about, why are they not teaching how to build your own business in schools? Why are they not telling you how to build, how to do your taxes, how to this, that, and how financial literacy? Because they want to put you in the position where you can put in hard labor for them.
yeah,
You know what I'm trying to say?
less competition.
Less competition. Now, if you take initiative and learn things for yourself, now you're a threat.
Yeah,
Now you're a threat.
yeah,
Know what I'm saying? Of course nobody's gonna put you on because they don't want competition.
Yeah.
They don't want someone that keeps them
have
up
to
at
worry
night.
about, yeah.
Have to worry about.
Yeah.
Now these niggas are shook. These niggas that didn't want to give me a shot back then, now they're shook. And I don't even need to say names. They know who they are. But now, some of these guys that didn't want the best for me, that tried little bro me back in the day, now they're shook, bro. Now I'm trying to say, because they're not going to tell you to boss up. People are going to tell you to boss up. People want to see you do good, just not better than them. People want to see you do amazing, just not better than them. The ego is a very powerful thing. You know what I'm trying to say? As soon as you do better than them, as soon as you're doing, now the quality of you lot's friendship has now been revealed.
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to say, now when ego gets in the way, now things are revealed for what they are, instead of what you want it to be. You know what I'm trying to say? So,
and you know what? That the whole ego in friendships thing is something that I'm very mindful of. Because previously, not even with my old friendships, what I used to do with my friendships was I would let my ego run wild. And I wasn't aware that I was doing that. So it's only now that I'm maturing, because maturing is a process that doesn't stop. It's now that I'm maturing, I can be like, you know what? My ego was moving crazy here. Let me just, if you're genuinely my friend, so there needs to be little to no ego in this friendship.
Bro, do you know the ego literally, do you know why ego is so prevalent nowadays? Social media. Social media gives you the illusion that you're more important than you actually are. It literally gives you main character syndrome. So we grow up in a situation where everyone's on their phones. Everyone is like, yo, rare, look at me, look at my selfie, look at this, look at that. Do you know how many times I'm going on Instagram and seeing reels of people doing the most simple exercise and putting some corny motivational speech behind it?
Yeah.
It's narcissism.
It's true.
And there's many other forms of that.
It's true.
You know what I'm trying to say? Look how narcissistic everyone is nowadays. And when people literally live on social media. So like when people get into real life now, they're hit with a sour taste in their mouth because they realize I'm not as important as social media makes me feel like I am.
Yeah.
And that's and now everyone has this egotistical main character syndrome. Now everyone feels like if my needs are not met, then rare, this, that, and the other. Of course, that's important, but there's kind of like a balance to that. You know what I'm trying to say? And let me just say this, ego is the main reason why relationships are going downhill. ego, pride, all of these things. This whole men versus women shit that's going on right now is fucking ridiculous, bro. It's so stupid. Men and women, we need each other.
Yeah, totally.
We need each other, bro. But I'm seeing all of this red pill manosphere podcast bull saying, women are inferior to us. And women saying, men, they need us. Rare. We need each other, bro. We need each other in the household as well. People thinking they can play both roles.
Yeah.
People feel like, you're this and I'm over here. Fuck that shit, bro. Men bring order, women bring nurturing. Without these things, the whole world is finished, bro.
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to say, men and women, we literally keep each other balanced.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
And I think as well, what has happened is...
Hold on, let me finish my point. Hold on, let me finish my point. Here's the thing. If I'm in a household, a healthy household obviously needs a man and a woman, but this is why. You know, when you have sex, you know, and when you're having a baby, rare, you don't know what gender, you can't choose the gender of that baby, right? It's either going to be a boy or a girl. Let's say me and my missus, we have a girl. I can love my daughter. I can cherish my daughter. I can take care of my daughter. I can't teach her how to be a woman. I can't teach her how to be a woman. Why? Because I've never been a woman, bro. I don't know what that is. My missus, she's the one that's gonna teach her while going for the period. She's gonna teach her how to this, that, and the other. She's gonna teach her how to take care of her hair. Because 9 times out of 10, the mother of my kids is going to be a black woman. So she's going to teach her how to take care of her hair efficiently. I can't teach her any of these things. My missus, she can love my son. She can take care of my son. She can cherish my son. She can die for her. She can cook for my son. I can only teach him how to be a man.
Yeah.
This is why single mothers, I stress to you so much. If you're a single mother, if your baby father ain't shit, he ain't shit. Bun him. But you have male relatives in your family you can send your son to in the summer holidays. So he can have an ounce of healthy masculinity. Because here's the thing. If you are the only parent in his life, it's either he's going to be extremely feminine or he's going to be toxic masculinity. He's either going to be hyper masculine. Both of those things are not good for a little boy. Yeah. He's either gonna get the feminism from you, the feminine mentality from you, or he's gonna get the masculine, hyper masculine energy from the streets.
Yeah. And either those are
neither
both
one
of those are
yeah. You know, because if he gets the feminine energy from you, he's gonna be passive. He's not gonna have a backbone. He's not gonna have these masculine traits a man needs in order to gain respect in the modern world. That's facts, bro.
Yeah, it's true. It's
true. You know, and if he's hyper masculine, you already know that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You already know that. I mean, that's better than being passive and weak. But that's still not something that you want them to be.
Yeah.
So I feel like men and women need to stop all of this stupid shit about competition. Yeah. Who's better than them? I can't do what a woman can do. Women are very important to this world.
Yeah.
Very important. And so are we.
Yeah.
And I feel like all of this bickering and all of this dumb stuff comes from ego.
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to say.
Like the reason why men don't compete with women is because they can't. I'm not trying to compete with you because what you bring to the table, I can't bring. What I bring to the table, you can't bring. So let's just come together.
Let's come together
and work.
All of this arguing and all of this rubbish I'm seeing on YouTube every day is stupid. We need each other, especially in the black community. We are torn.
Yeah, facts.
I'm hearing black men saying black women are this, black women are that. That's not helping us, bro. I'm seeing black women saying, that's not helping us either. Of course, we got to acknowledge the issue, but if we don't come together, that's why we're at the bottom right now. Now I'm trying to say, like, we're not really doing bits. Like, all of these other communities are much stronger than us.
Yeah. And I think as well, there's been like a societal push for both the genders, both men and women, to not value what they naturally bring. So men don't value the ability to provide. Well, men have been sort of programmed, quote unquote, not to value the order and providing and stuff. And women have been programmed not to value their nurturing element. And I think that's what's fed into the competition and the whole ego. Whereas I can do what you can do.
But here's the thing. This is kind of like playing devil's advocate on myself, because sometimes, and I'm talking on the woman's part, sometimes a woman has no choice but to get it on her own. So we need to be sympathetic to that as well, because a lot of men, that's how, that's why it's dangerous to have a very feminine man, because he's not going to stand up and take responsibility.
That is true.
And now I'm trying to say, so the single mother, she has no choice but to be a hustler, but to be a grinder, and takes care and adapt to her circumstances.
As much as I hear that and that perspective is valid, I also think there is a group of single mothers that proactively choose to be on their own. Not that they choose to be on their own, but their actions have made the man want to bail out on the situation. Not that that's right, but I think we need to be, and this is just to men and women, I think we need to be aware of how our actions impact the other.
Yeah, that's true. Like, our actions do affect, kind of like, the people around us, the people that we love and all of that. You know what I'm trying to say? I have a question for you, Joey. Like,
bro.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like, what do you think are the necessary sacrifices to, like, achieve what you want to achieve in this life? Do you feel like sacrifice is important?
It is. It's very important.
And what do you feel like you had to sacrifice? Give me an example of something that you had to sacrifice to get what you wanted.
I had to sacrifice always trying to make people happy.
Explain why. Explain that, bro.
Like, I'm a people person, innit? I enjoy seeing people around me happy. But I think
people pleasing, basically.
Yeah, people pleasing. But that people pleasing was rooted in insecurity because I was so hungry for their validation. I was doing too much to make them happy. But it's whilst I'm out here people pleasing, people are knuckling down, achieving their goals. So I can't be focused on making people happy. I have to be focused, disciplined, and not really care about what people think in order to achieve my goals.
You know what people pleasing is rooted in?
Insecurities.
It's rooted in not only insecurity, it's rooted in acceptance, the need for acceptance.
Yeah.
Back in the Stone Age era, I'm trying to say, back in the caveman era, if you needed to be accepted to survive, literally survive.
Yeah.
If you weren't accepted, if you were ostracized from a certain group, you could possibly die.
Yeah.
You could possibly die. It's not that extreme nowadays, but here's the thing. We still feel the same pain. It still feels shitty to be ostracized from a certain groups, from a certain demographic. Like, we naturally want to be accepted so we can get more resources, so we can survive more, so we don't feel you know what I'm getting with this, you know what I'm trying to say. But we need to understand that it's not that extreme. And if you have an independent idea, if you are not afraid to be an individual, it gives you a sense of power. Because human beings, we're naturally scared of uncertainty. We are terrified of it. We are batshit terrified of uncertainty. We're looking for a sense of uncertainty. This is why people embed themselves in religion. This is why people embed themselves in this, that, and the other. You know what I'm trying to say? This is why sidekicks make a fucking killing. This is why sidekicks make a killing, because people are craving. This is why people believe in zodiacs and all of that stuff. Because we want some sort of certainty in our lives. This is why people go for the 9 to 5 route. This is why this, that, and the other. Our need for certainty literally explains everything, all of our behaviors. But when someone is brave enough to be like, you know what, I'm gonna go with this independent idea, we kind of admire that. We definitely admire that. Yeah. Because I'm like, wow, this person is so certain in their idea, even though logically we know that this might not work. Yeah. This person is so inspired by that. Yeah. You know, it makes you stand out. You know what I'm trying to say? And it takes a level of fortitude. It takes a strong level of mental fortitude in order for you to have that mentality. Yeah. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's not about being certain of the outcome. It's about being certain that you're going to put in the work necessary to make it happen. Like, cool. I think we spoke about this before. Yeah, we did. Don't be embedded in the outcome. Be embedded in the fact that you're going to do whatever you're going to have to do to make shit happen. A single mother isn't certain that she's going to pay the rent, pay the bills on time, but she knows her baby father's in jail or he ain't shit. So she got to do what she got. She got to hustle however she can do it. Or someone in the hood is going to be like, I'm not certain that I'm going to make it out, but I'm going to do whatever the f*** I got to do. If I kick ball, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to make it to every practice. I'm going to make sure I get the boots that I need. I'm going to make sure I can pay for this thing. If I got a trap, so f***ing be it. I got to make it happen one way or another. I'm not certain in the outcome. I'm certain in the process of me doing what I have to do to get there. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. And that's something that most people don't have that. So it's not about being accepted by other people. It's about being accepting yourself. Yeah. The way you treat yourself is how other people treat you. The way you treat yourself is how other people treat you. You know what I'm trying to say? If you accept yourself, now people are going to accept you. This is how people stop being people pleasers. Yeah. I'm going to attend to my own needs. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's not rooted in ego because you put in the work. If it was rooted in ego, if you say, oh, this but everyone should respect me, rare, but you're a slop, you're lazy, you're living off of GSA, you haven't achieved nothing in life, how are people gonna respect you if you don't respect yourself? How are people gonna respect you if you don't? How are people gonna be certain of you if you're not certain of yourself? If you go into a job interview and you're stuttering, if you go into a job interview and you're signifying low value behavior, how's anyone gonna accept you? Yeah. This is not about being liked. This is about being respected. Yeah. You gotta have the need to be respected more than you have the need to be liked. Yeah. I don't give a about being liked, bro. I don't care, bro. Because being respected is better than being liked. Someone can like you and still stab you in the back. Someone can like you and still disrespect you. Someone can like you and still fuck you over. A girl can like you, she can still fuck your best friend. I like you, but your best friend drives a Bentley and he has a rollie in his wrist, so I'm gonna fuck him. He makes me laugh better, so I'm gonna fuck him, but I still like you, baby. Now I'm trying to say. It's true. So, but being respected trumps everything. And if you have respect, you have the courage. You have to have the courage to be disliked. You have the courage to not be accepted by other people. You lot, I'm gonna do my own thing. Okay. If you lot don't accept me, I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm gonna be courageous and do my own thing, bro. Now I'm trying to say. Yeah. So it goes like that, fam.
So the question is, what does one do to be more respected?
There's a bunch of things, but I can say for myself is like the key to being respected is really truly about being willing to do the things that other people are too scared to do. That's how you gain respect. I mean, if people look at, like, for example, not to toot my own horn, people look at my physique, they respect it. Why? Because it's hard to get that. People look at my resume, what I'm doing, they respect that because it's hard to do that. You have to be willing to do the things that people are hard to do, and you have to have the courage to be disliked. You have the courage to have a negative. It's all respect. Is all rooted in courage.
Yeah.
A girl will not you unless she respects you. It's not enough for her to like you. She has to respect you. She likes the nice guy. She respects the bad boy because the bad boy is not. He's not doing anything for her approval. Seeking people's approval is low value behavior. Therefore, people can't respect that. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's where respect is rooted in. Respect is rooted in courage and integrity as well. You know what I'm trying to say? So, for example, if someone say like you're a rapper, right? I'm talking about the music industry because I'm in the music industry. So basically, say if you're a rapper and you're in a label meeting, and the label, I think a lot of rappers have experienced what I'm about to say. The label's like, okay, cool. Like basically, we kind of like what you're doing, but look what so and so is doing. Why not make these TikTok songs? Why not get onto the TikTok and do the TikTok thing? I'm trying to say like. Why can't you make a song with bloody, Harry Styles, like, and you're a rapper, like, you're from the ends, like, you're known for your integrity. If you make a song with them, man, that might get you more money, but some people might get it, but some people might lose respect for you because that they might perceive it as a sign of a lack of integrity. You know what I'm trying to say? But respect is more so about sticking to your guns. But some people, the easiest way to get rich is to sacrifice your self-respect. I know a lot of rappers personally that say, yo, a lot of artists in general personally, and they say, yo, like, I know that if I do this song with this person, it's gonna make me mad dough. It's gonna give me hella streams. But my block ain't gonna respect me. And now it's up to you. Do you value this or do you value respect more? You know what I'm trying to say? So it depends on what you want to sacrifice in order to get what you think you want. You know what I'm trying to say?
Do you not think though that some guys that their mindset is too trapped within like their estate and their block, that because they're so thinking, as you said, because they want the validation of their ends, their block, their estate, whatever, they can't even see opportunities because everything about them is about as long as I get the validation of my block, I'm good.
It goes back to putting yourself first. That's why I said it depends on what you want. You know what I'm trying to say? So if you know what well in your heart, if you do this, if you make this move, right, you know that you're gonna change your them's lives. I remember there was an era back in the UK rap where people were making dance songs. Like, I'm not gonna try to say no names because I don't want to violate nobody, but it's the thing was that the block started respecting them less. But you have to look at the bigger picture. You have to look at the picture. This person knows the infrastructure of the industry that they're in. And I'm not only talking about the music industry, I'm talking about the movie industry, any industry, right? So the thing was like, okay, cool. This person knows that I want my people them to appreciate what I'm doing, but at the same time, I need to change my mom's life. I need to get out of the hood. I need to get out of the ends. And I know that, okay, cool. Here's the thing. Black people, urban people, people of color, we make 3% of the whole country. You know what I'm trying to say? So if I'm making music for only 3% of us, how is my situation going to change?
Yeah.
I can't be small-minded. So now it depends on what you want.
Yeah.
Because a lot of, some of them see it as the long game, some of them see it as the short game. So it just depends on what you're looking for.
But if you're not in it for the long game, if you're not willing to see something out for the long term, do you not have to question someone's intentions? Because you've been producing for a while. If it was something that you were just wanted to do for the time being and you were in it for the short term, people would get the impression or the vibe that you're not serious. But where you've sustained yourself and you've done it for a long time, people see you as valuable because you were talking about having like attributes that people can respect, and consistency and commitment are things that people value. If you can be consistent and you can be committed, that will increase your value. And you've shown that. So if the person that's doing the rapping thing or the producing thing for the short term, how can they show that they're valuable if they're not willing to do it consistently?
That's true. That's very true. And you bring a good point over there. Like, respect and authenticity also increases longevity.
Yeah.
It also increases longevity. You know, I'm trying to say that all of these people that are doing it for the moment, where are they now? You know, I'm trying to say. So you bring up a good point over there.
I even need to give you your props again, yeah, because there was one episode that we done where you said, before you think about criticizing others,
that went viral.
Criticize yourself, yeah. Before you say what's wrong with everyone else, ask yourself what's wrong with me. So I actually done that. I actually asked myself, what is wrong with me? And I said, let me keep it 100 with myself. So I said, the issues with me is that I'm lazy. The issues with me...
A lot of people are lazy.
Yeah. The issue with me is that I lack consistency. So how can I feel entitled to things when I'm not committed and I'm not putting in the work? So this is a conversation I had to have with myself. I don't need anyone to tell me that I'm harsh on myself. So when people talk to me...
A lot of people are.
Yeah. But I need to be harsh on myself. Because if I'm not harsh on myself, I just get complacent.
Nothing is going to change.
Yeah. So I'd say to myself...
Change starts with you.
Always. By the way, in case people haven't realized, this podcast, accountability is one of the main themes. So if you're going to come on this podcast and try to play the victim, this is not the podcast for you. Just putting it out there. Because
if you're looking for us to talk about dumb, come off the video now. This is about go-getters.
This is what I'm saying.
It's about go-getters, strictly go-getters.
But if we're saying that how we want to help people and whatever, how can we help people if we're not telling them about self-actualization and helping themselves?
Before you criticize someone's house, clean up your own yard, man.
100%.
It's easy to criticize other people, but it's hard to criticize yourself.
And you know what's funny, yeah?
Simon Cowell makes a living off of criticizing singers, but he got man boobs. Fix that shit first.
This is what I'm saying, yeah? Like, people always want to make excuses as I say, oh, the reason why this happened because this happened. The reason why this happened because this happened. You still haven't, no one wants to hear your excuses. And the excuses are not helping you sleep at night. So if you want a different result, you have to change what you're doing. So you can't complain, I'm not getting these results. Meanwhile, just making excuses. Something's got to change. And it has to be the excuses. Word to Armour. Armour said, you can have the excuses and the emotions, and you can have the progress. But you can't have both. You have to pick one. But yeah, man. Kdali, you know there's all this talk about high value this, high value that.
High value...
I was going to ask you, what do people need to do?
Fake high value people.
What do people need to do to gain more valuable?
Subjective, to say the least.
I don't think so. What do you think people can do to increase their value?
What do people think they can do to increase their value? It depends on what sector you're in. I feel like value really depends on I think the cornerstone of it is competence, really and truthfully. It's competence, being good at what you do and being reliable, at what you do. And I feel like everything follows, competence, intelligence, and also how you look as well. You know what I'm trying to say? Being someone of value really gets you through a lot of doors, bro. if someone knows that you provide serious value to many people, people look at you like now you got the halo effect. Everything you say is like gospel. I feel like certain people watching this right now just hanging on to our every words because they know that we're about what we say. Wholeheartedly and fully. You know what I'm trying to say? It really depends on who's saying it. Sometimes it's not about what you say, it's about who's saying it. For example, 50 Cent used this analogy. Basically, if you're driving and you stop at a traffic light, someone pulls up next to you and says, yo, roll the window down. If they're driving a broke down Volvo made in the 1970s, you're not gonna roll the window down because you're like, what's this person gonna teach me? But if you are in the same scenario and someone's like, roll the window down, but they're driving a 2022 Bentley, you're gonna roll the window down.
Yeah.
Because in your mind, you're like, this person has something of value to tell me. You know what I'm trying to say? That's how I know value really change. Like they say, money don't change you. Money changes the people around you. That girl that didn't let you in the day. Now she's down there running you down every time you come back to the ends. Your friends that didn't believe in your idea, now they're running you down, thinking, how can I get in my man's empire now? You know what I'm trying to say? But some people are intelligent. They know not to come back because they know they're going to look stupid.
Yeah.
Just like right now, when this thing pops off right now, you're going to get a lot of hey strangers in your DM. Some inadvertently, this, that, and the other. But when you increase your value, that's how it changes the people around you. And it amplifies the person you already are. If you're an introvert before the money, now you're going to be more of an introvert.
Yeah.
Now, look at Frank Ocean. We don't ever see him on the roads. We don't ever see him on the streets. He was an introvert before. Now he want to be less famous. People that chase fame crave attention, and they become more of what we are. 6ix9ine was a before fame. Now he's even more of a after, getting himself into situations where he's not built for. He thought he was built for it, but he's not. You know what I'm trying to say? So, but back to the question, say how to become more high value. It's all rooted in competence. It's all rooted in competence, practice, consistency, looks, money, status, and how you socialize with people, how you make people feel. People don't care about what you say. They care about how you made them feel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? The reason why people are watching this right now is not necessarily because of what we're saying. It's how we're making them feel about what we're saying. Human beings, we make decisions with emotions.
Yeah, totally.
Then we rationalize it with logic afterwards. You're not saying, I bought this car because I want to get from A to B. You're saying, I bought this car because it's a magnet and my brethren's going to big me up and it's going to make me feel good about myself. That's why you bought it. You know what I'm trying to say? You didn't buy that Rollie because I need something to check the time. We have a iPhone for that. You bought that Rollie because it's a status symbol. It makes you feel important. People don't care about doing well. They care about doing better than other people. You know what I'm trying to say? So when you increase your value, now you're a person of value. Now people see you as that nice car. Now people see you as that Rollie. Because now standing next to you is like a status symbol. Do you know how many times I'll go in the studio session and someone's trying to sneak a video of me and put on their Snapchat story because they know getting in the studio with Kdali, wow, Kdali, right? I know him too. Oh, he used to go to my school. Oh, now I'm proud of him. This, that, and the other. It changes the people around you. People start acting different around you. But to increase your value, it takes a lot of sacrifice. It takes a lot of isolation. Isolation as well, because if you want to be quote-unquote high value, you literally have to not move like other people.
You can't be easily...
You can't move like other people.
Yeah, you can't be accessible.
If you want to
like
be
that.
better than other people, you can't move like everyone else. I can't have conversations like this with everyone else. I can't. They'll be like, oh, what happened on Love Island? Oh, are we going to that day party? Oh, you see that match? I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't care.
Sure talk.
I'm trying to put my mom in a Porsche, bro. I'm trying to see my out of jail, bro. Real rap. You think I give a fuck about what's on these blogs? We got real shit to attend to, man.
Sure talk.
I can't rest, bro. I can't, bro. But when they have a mentality like this, people look at you like you're crazy. People literally look at you like you're mad. But I feel like that's what it takes. Because you have to invest in something that you're going to be able to pass down to your youths. Most people don't have that mentality because everyone has this consumer's mentality of, consume. I need to buy this outfit for Boo man so I can go to this party this weekend. I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to do something that makes me fit into right now. Yeah. It's giving that.
Yeah, do you know what? You know we were talking about sacrifice, yeah? One thing we need to sacrifice.
You can't move like everyone else.
Yeah,
you can't.
Yeah, one thing we need to sacrifice as well is the need for instant gratification. That is probably the number one thing you need to learn to sacrifice.
Explain why.
Because if you're always looking for instant gratification, like I need results of this now, you're demonstrating a lack of patience. And to achieve the stuff that we want to achieve and the stuff that everyone wants to achieve, it takes patience. And
urgency as well. Patience, perseverance, and urgency. Patience doesn't mean, okay, I have to wait for this opportunity, so I'm just gonna fuck around all day.
Yeah.
Let me make something clear to you and everyone that's watching. There's a difference between patience and wasting your time. Patience is when something is not right at the moment, so it's not the right time at the moment, the opportunity doesn't come at the moment, so while I'm waiting for this opportunity, I'm going to keep working on something else. Wasting your time is when you know that this is the right time to do something, but you're still not doing it. That's the difference between patience and wasting your time. A lot of people don't know the difference between that. But yeah, patience is a virtue. It is. But a lot of people mistake that for not having
drive.
For not having drive, bro.
Yeah.
Not having drive and not having the urgency. And the urgency doesn't come from, I see 20-year-olds with big body Benz flying all over the world, so I gotta be like them. Your story is not their story. You're not doing it for that. You're not doing it so you can compare yourself. A lot of girls have low self-esteem because of social media, bro.
Yeah, it's true.
Kylie Jenner, she's a year younger than me, bro. And the thing was like, okay, cool. Like, she's 24 years old. She's 27, mid-20s, right? Married to a famous rapper. Got a famous family. Big empire. She's damn near a billionaire. How do you think that's going to make a little girl feel? She's going to feel insecure. She's going to feel like she hasn't done anything with her life. So it's also patient perseverance and urgency, but you have to understand there's certain circumstances. There's certain circumstances that she's going to have an unfair advantage. So you still got to graft, but it's about, okay, cool. Like, you still got to graft, but at the same time, it's like, you know, you have to understand certain things that you have to work harder than certain other people because of circumstances. But it's still your responsibility to make the best out of your life, regardless. I can't control the fact that my parents were Ghanaian immigrants and they had to travel from there to South Africa to here, dead broke, married with no money in a bank account. I was the first child. I can't control that. The fact that I'm a young Hackney, grew up all around gang violence, raised in Hackney, went to school in Tottenham, around the time the Tottenham riots were happening. I can't control that. I can't control the fact that my parents were going through certain things. I can't control that, but I can't for the life of me use it as an excuse, bro. Yeah. I can't, bro. I can't. I have to change my life for the better. It's my life's mission. My heart bleeds for this shit, bro. I can't care about... When you understand certain values, you can't care about nothing else, bro. You can't care about nothing else because when you realize how precious this opportunity is for me, you don't care about nothing else. It's hard for me to care about rejection or failure. I don't give a bro. I'm thinking about my future kids. I'm thinking about I'm going to have kids, and when I have kids, it's gonna be a thing where it's like, okay, cool. I want them to deep my story. My dad went through this. My dad went through that. His brethren went through this, and he still made it happen. Do you know how much self-esteem your child is gonna have because of that?
Yeah.
Do you know how much self-esteem your child is gonna have just because of that?
And I think
I share the same blood as this guy.
Yeah. And I think when you don't make excuses for whatever cards life has thrown at you, you take control of the narrative. And I think what I see a lot of, especially on social media, is people want to like use narratives as their excuse for not doing stuff or not achieving stuff. And RIP to Kobe Bryant, he said something very profound to me when he was talking to LeBron James. He said, you have to get the job done. It's not about narrative. AKA, no more excuses.
You know, we're basketball fans right here. I don't know if you guys noticed. You know what I'm trying to say. But it's the thing.
This wasn't planned.
It wasn't planned either. Okay, cool. Kobe already also said something else. I was watching a Kobe Bryant interview. He said, okay, cool. If you have a broken leg, right, and you're in a house, you're not going to get up because you have a broken leg. You're not going to get out of your bed. But if you have a broken leg and your house is burning down and your kids are in that house, you're getting out of that bed. You're going to do whatever it takes to get out of that bed, get your kids out of that house, and get the fuck out of the house. It's not about excuses, it's about urgency, bro. It's about realizing the stakes. It's about realizing the stakes at hand and adapting to that and having a no matter what mentality. It's your responsibility to move things forward. If I don't move, nothing moves. When you're a high value, I don't even like the term high value man. I think it's corny. When you're a man of purpose, I prefer man of purpose.
Yeah.
When you're a man of purpose, you don't have the luxury to be shy. You don't have the luxury to be lazy. You don't have the luxury to be scared. You have to move regardless, or nothing is going to change. Nothing is going to change. I promise you. You don't have the luxury to do this, that, and the other. Other women and children might have that luxury because they get loved unconditionally. Man, we only get loved under the condition that we're able to provide,
we have to bring
protect,
value,
and provide leadership, bro.
Yeah.
We don't have that luxury. It's survival of the fittest. We're not loved unconditionally. The only woman that's ever going to love a man unconditionally is the woman that gave birth to him, his mother. Because she saw you when you shot yourself. She saw you when you broke your foot, broke your leg. She saw you when all of these things happened. That's why she loves you no matter what. But we don't have that luxury. You gotta keep the lights on. The guy who made this podcast studio, shout out Pepstar. He didn't say, builders aren't operating right. So he built this, all of this, he built this himself. We just said, well, go on to him. That's a real bro. Know what I'm trying to say? It's the game ain't based on sympathy. If you don't move, nothing is going to move, bro. I'm telling you now.
It's the truth, man. It's the truth. But yeah, man. Kdali with the sermon, you know. Kdali with the sermon. But
man says sermon.
But nah, it's true, man, because
experiences, man.
Yeah.
Whoever doesn't fuck with you, do it without them. Don't try. That's another thing about certain industries. I know there's a lot of go-getters that are watching this right now. I'm telling you now, yeah. If you're watching this right now, don't try to bum lick anyone that's above you. There's people side to side from you that want it just as bad as you. Maybe it's your homeboy. He knows how to work a camera. Maybe it's your homegirl. She's sick with the fashion. Maybe it's this, that, and the other. Build with them and build them up. You know what I'm trying to say? Don't try to bum lick people that are above you because they look at you as inferior. They try to take the piss out of you. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
There's people, if the upper echelon people want to fuck with you, cool. But build with people side to side with you and build them up, motivate them, encourage them. That's how a man of a purpose, the man with the purpose, he's usually the leader. So he's gonna tell you, he's gonna say, well, go on, it's his responsibility to encourage the people around him. You know what I'm trying to say? So you gotta bring the greatness out of these people and build them. Now you are them.
Yeah.
Now you're the ones. You know what I'm trying to say? So,
and to bring the greatness out of other people takes humility and being humble. If there's ego, you're gonna be like, nah, I'm not gonna big him up. I don't want his head to get too big.
exactly.
So humility is a good trait, especially with people that you genuinely have an affection for. Like, if Kdali's my friend, I'm gonna say to him, yo, do your thing, bro. You got this. That beat is cold. You've got this. I'm gonna give you those words of affirmation, that encouragement. Because I want you to get up there.
But here's the thing. You can't save everyone. Let me tell you something right now. Like, you can try to push your people them up, but at the end of the day, you can't save everyone. I can't want it for you. There's so many people in the past that have tried to be like, yo, I see potential in you. I'm not just saying it because you're my brethren. There's some of my out there trying to do their thing, and I'm not bigging them up because I'm not just bigging you up because you're my friend. I see greatness in you. I actually see it. But if you can't see it in yourself, I can't want this shit for you. I can't come in your body and go hustle for you. I can't, bro. I can't. Real talk. You know what I'm trying to say? You gotta want it for yourself. And if you see someone that's squandering their potential, let them be. Maybe they know what's best for themselves. And you gotta pray for them and pray that they find the potential within themselves.
Yeah.
But if I see potential in you, but at the same time, I can't control you.
Yeah.
I can't, bro.
And again, everyone's accountable for themselves. So as you make your bed, you must lie in it. And when the time comes, no one wants to hear your excuses. Again, if you can't live with yourself, as you said before in a previous episode, I can live with the outcome insofar as I know that I've put in the work. The reason why people can't live with the outcomes that they get in life is because they know that they didn't put their best foot forward or they didn't put the work. So it's about putting in the work. Work smart as well, but work. People are not even working. Like you were talking earlier about everyone is such a consumer. Everyone is such a consumer because of social media. There's one thing I love about this podcast now is I get to be on the other side, or we get to be on the other side because, we get to give something for people to consume. I think that just creates a different dynamic because, again, another high value attribute, courage. People haven't got the courage.
I don't like the term high value.
Yeah, I'm saying high value in quotes, but yeah, people haven't got the courage to, to come out of the paradigm that they exist in and try and do something else. So instead of you always consuming what people are creating, why not create something? It's not hard to create something. Like, get a microphone, get a couple cameras, and just speak your mind.
It could be anything as well. You know, we live in a world where the middleman is literally cut off because of the internet. And that's like pretty much common sense. But here's the thing. I feel like the biggest mistake people make when they're making content is that it's too personal. It's too them. They're only thinking about themselves. You know, I feel like it's very important that you have a degree of empathy as an entrepreneur, as anything that you're trying to do. You have to have the consumer in mind. For example, the reason why the lighting is like this, the reason why the cameras are in different areas, the reason why I'm looking into the camera sometimes when I'm talking is because I'm thinking about the consumer.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about, are they going to watch this and gain value? Like, some people might be watching this and not know who the we are. Some people might watch this and only know who you are. Some people might be watching this and only know who I am. You know what I'm trying to say? But it's the thing was that we need to make this as digestible as possible. Even the things I was talking about with you on the phone, like, yo, I think we should do this, I think we should do that, for you to big up your thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? So, for example, this is why surveys are very important. If I make a shoe, but it can only fit me, is anyone gonna buy the shoe? No.
Yeah. True.
If I make a phone, but I only know the password, no one's gonna buy it. If I make a drink, but it's only for a specific demographic, it's gonna hurt my sales. The biggest aspect of creating content is accessibility. It's not people pleasing, it's accessibility. And the thing about creating a brand, you can create a brand and you can have like sub brands that cater to different demographics. For example, Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is not only Coca-Cola, it's Fanta, it's Sprite, if I'm not mistaken. It's different flavors. It's Diet Coke, it's Coke Zero. If you want to lose weight, get that summer body, it's too late for you lot though. August is around the corner. You mother should have been in the gym anyway, but fuck that. Embrace your fupa.
I said embrace your fupa.
Yeah, like, but it's not about people pleasing, it's about creating different sections of your brand to cater to different people. For example, like on my Instagram, it's not only music, it's primarily music because I want people to focus on the music. But it's also a thing was that I post motivational stuff, fitness. Stop calling me a motivational speaker. Fitness stuff, different things. I'm just saying, not only music. So it's about catering to different people, and there's something for everyone.
Yeah. Can I be honest though? Yeah. Since I've started this podcast, yeah, I'll be honest. I almost underestimated what it took to actually get it off the ground and get going. Like, I'll be honest. In my own mind, I literally thought that I could do everything by myself. Then I'm like, oh, I need someone to do a logo for me. I need someone to edit my videos. I'm gonna need a team. And the moment I realized that was when I actually humbled myself. Like, yeah, like creating something. You need to be able to, as much as we talk about isolation is good, I think isolation sometimes can be dangerous because we're human beings, we're social creatures, we need people. Does being vulnerable make you less of a man?
Does being vulnerable make you less of a man? I don't think so. This is a tricky one, right? It depends on who you're being vulnerable to. And here's the thing, like, it's unfortunate, but biologically we perceive vulnerability as weakness. We perceive vulnerability as weakness. But I feel like you should only be vulnerable to either a therapist or someone who has unconditional love for you. There's nothing wrong with crying as a man. Like, we are human. But here's the thing. Some people will see you cry and not want to fuck with you no more. For example, if someone relies on you for strength, if someone relies on you for guidance and leadership, if they see you cry or if they see you say, I don't know what to do, I'm terrified, they will lose respect for you. This world is cutthroat. Some girls, they'll see their man crying and they won't want to fuck with him no more. Because now, when she sees you cry, let me break it down. Men and women, men are attracted to femininity, women are attracted to masculinity. They're attracted to strength, they're attracted to courage, they're attracted to stoicism. They want a nigga that they can lean on. This is why things are the way they are in dating, right? So the thing was like, this goes back to the thing of me saying that, this is why being too feminine as a man is dangerous and people can take this piss out of you. And a lot of men are feminine because a lot of men are raised by single mothers. You know what I'm trying to say? So here's the thing. If she sees you cry, now you're putting her in a masculine energy.
Yeah.
Because now you're acting like the woman. You're showing too much emotion. You're showing too much panicking, and you're not being solution based. Men, masculine men, we are solution based. We're not thinking about the problem too much. We're thinking about solutions. So if you're crying to her saying, "I don't know what to do," you're gonna put in a masculine energy, and her attraction for you is going to decrease. Yeah. You need to be her rock, bro. I'm trying to say, but I understand. The old me would have said, "Man, f that crying shit. If you're crying, you're fucking pussy." Me now, I'm being more empathetic now. I still don't think you should cry in front of everyone. But if you wanna cry on your own. Talk to God. Talk to someone that loves you unconditionally and won't judge you. Now I'm trying to say, talk to one of your best friends. Talk to your mother. This, that, and the other. And let me tell you something, yeah. 9 times out of 10, if you're going through something, you already know the answer. And the answer is not suicide. It's never suicide. It's never suicide. Suicide, I don't think is selfish, but it's still never the right answer. Never. Ever. You know what I'm trying to say? So, it's the thing was like, you kind of not already know the right answer to this. What's something that people are usually depressed over? The circumstances. I don't have no money, or this thing. It's usually something external. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's usually something external. Oh, my girl left me. I don't have a job. I don't have a car. Life is getting harder. Circumstances are getting crazier. I believe in God. I don't feel like God will put you for anything that you can't handle. You know, I don't believe God will put you through anything that you can't handle. So as a man, you gotta tighten up and handle it. We all been through trials and tribulations, and we all been through adversity. But guess what? Adversity builds character. And character is one of the most incredible and most valuable thing. This circles back to increasing your value. Character is one of the most valuable things a man can have. You know what I'm trying to say? So, but back to that, adversity doesn't build character, it reveals it. Because you already had that strength inside of you from the beginning.
Yeah. So,
it's a thing that's like, being vulnerable helps people connect with you. Because we're not robots, but there has to be a balance to it. You know what I'm saying? Me raising my voice, that's kind of vulnerability because I'm showing emotion when I speak.
Yeah.
Because that's what's going to connect this person to me and to you.
Yeah.
We can't just
I'm a bit too stoic for that.
I'm very stoic as well, but when I can bring their emotion out, it's about balance.
Yeah.
When you're too stoic, a lot of niggas, like, they watch these red pill videos, oh, you gotta have masculine frame. You can have masculine frame and show emotion as well. Here's the thing. When you're too masculine, no man is 100% masculine, no woman is 100% feminine. Yeah. A man should be 8% masculine, 20% emotional. A woman should be 8% feminine, 20% masculine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? It's impossible to be 100% on one.
Yeah.
And when you're 100%, masculine, it's very hard for you to connect with people because you lack emotional intelligence. When you're too stoic, no one can connect with you. No one can. You have to have that masculine energy about you so people can feel connected with you. Because so people can feel safe around you, but they also want someone that they can connect with. If you're too masculine around a chick, you're gonna think you're a fucking robot. How can I connect with this guy? You gotta give her a little bit of an emotion.
Yeah.
Not too much, but a little bit. Something that she can work with. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's about balance when it comes to that. We're gonna get back to balance. But it's about, in regards to that, you have to be 20% emotional, but 80% still masculine. Like, okay, cool, life is fucked up, but I'm still gonna figure it out. I'm gonna find a way. Babe, I'm gonna find a way. I know we can't pay the bills right now, but I'm gonna find a way. And being vulnerable around your bedrooms is a bit easier. Because your bedrooms...
It's a lot easier. It's a lot easier.
It's a lot easier. Here's the thing. Do you know why friendships last longer than relationships, because relationships nowadays, especially nowadays, are very transactional, and very conditional. This goes back to social media and having unhealthy expectations. You know what I'm trying to say? This is the thing. We see this perfect relationship. We see Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey. We see JT and Lil Uzi. We see
Sierra Russell Wilson.
We see Sierra and Russell Wilson. We see, and I don't know, what's her name again? Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker. We see Machine Gun Kelly and I had to add a little bit of vanilla couples just so there's more
variety in that. Yeah,
variety. You know what I'm trying to say? But here's the thing: we see these celebrity relationships, we compare them to us, and we know we shouldn't compare to them because they're only showing their highlights. But now we have this checklist, he has to be able to travel, she has to be able to for 60 hours. He has to be able to drive a Rolls Royce, or she has to be able to cook, clean, do all of these amazing things, whilst this, that, and the other. It's way too transactional and it's way too unrealistic nowadays. This is why a lot of relationships end because of pride, ego, and unrealistic expectations. But with friends, you can fuck up this, that, and the other. The only thing that can break a friendship is a lack of trust. I can't be friends with a nigga I can't trust. I can't. All you have to be is to be trustworthy and to be a cool, respectful person and to respect my time and my space. And we got to be able to bust convo. That's the only 4 requirements for me being friends with somebody. You got to be trustworthy. I got to be able to bust convo of you. You got to be a cool, respectful person. You got to respect my space. That's the only things that require to be friends. Any less of 4 of those things, you're an associate. It can be just a high-bye thing. Because I can be an associate with someone and I still don't trust them. I can only be friends with someone that I trust. Because when we're friends, we're gonna have conversations like we're having right now. But a relationship, everyone's having these long. Fam, if someone, average person, came over here and wrote a list of what it takes for me to be in a relationship, the list will go all the way to the end of this room. I don't know if people can see, but this room is not that big, but for a list, it's very long. You know what I'm trying to say? So
you know what makes it worse as well?
Hold on, 2 seconds. So I got a question for you. Do you feel like people need to reduce their expectations?
100%. I think what it makes it worse is people will have a checklist of what they expect to be in a relationship with them. Then when you ask them, okay, so what are you willing to bring to the table? It's crickets. Nothing. You're not hearing nothing.
Okay, cool. Let's end the debate right now. What are women supposed to bring to the table? Because let me tell you something. It's not that they don't think they have to bring anything to the table. It's they don't know what they're supposed to bring to the table. Because here's the thing. Men and women, we are raised differently. Men were raised that they need to build their value. And women were raised to believe that they already have value. They inherit their value. Yeah. Men are valued based on what they're willing to provide, their strength, their courage, and their leadership. Women are valued by their beauty and their femininity. So a woman is not going to know what the she's supposed to bring to the table. She's not going to know.
No, they know, man. This is what I'm saying.
They don't know.
Okay, so
a lot of women
do you think women know?
Okay, cool. Okay,
do you think women...
Okay, this is the thing. A lot of women say, okay, cool. The typical thing, when a woman's forced to give an answer to that question, she says, oh, I can cook, I can clean. Isn't that what a woman's supposed to do?
Yeah.
I provide emotional support. Isn't that a woman supposed to bring to the table? But once she says that, a lot of niggas are like, oh, well, that's not enough. But when the woman saying, oh, my boss chick, I own my own business, say, oh, we don't care about your money. So what the fuck is she supposed to bring to the table?
I disagree. Listen, personally, personally, do you think that women don't know that men want them to be in shape?
They know that.
But bear them are overweight, though.
You know why? That's a good point. You know why? Because if a woman's fat, and a woman could be built like SpongeBob and have stink breath and have gap teeth, she's still going to get some dick. Yeah. She's still going to get a guy that's going to love her like she's, I don't know, a Ruby Rose lookalike or a Lori Harvey lookalike. But a man, we're forced to self-improve. We're forced to do all. So we're gonna get no love. So women, okay, cool. A lot of women are gassed up. We can agree on that. But it's our fault.
Yeah.
It's not
I
our fault.
get what you're saying.
But it's a lot.
I get what you're saying.
I don't like this phrase either. These beta males are just gassing everyone up.
I get what you're saying, but
it's really as well.
I hear that. But I think what men require in women is really down to 5 things. Word to the Godfather, Kevin Samuels. Rest in peace to the GOAT.
Yeah, rest in peace, man.
Fit. You have to be fit because let's be honest, men are visual creatures. Men want to like what they're looking at. So you have to be fit. Men fall in love with their eyes, women fall in love with their ears. That's why men lie, women wear makeup. But yeah, they have to be friendly, because I have to want to be around you. Have to be feminine because if you're potentially going to raise my child, I need energy that's going to complement mine. Cooperative, so I can work with you. Are you writing this down, ladies? Fit? No, but they know the vibes. They know the vibes. I'm probably gonna get dissed. Okay. Let me tell you something. Common sense is not common. So you have to tell them. So repeat. No, but fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive. That's the 5. And this is the thing. Women know that, but the men that women. Here's the thing. Okay, finish what you're saying. Fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive. Yeah? This is the thing. Women know what men want, but the men that they're willing to provide it for don't want them. Okay, cool. Here's the thing, right? A lot of men, especially in the manosphere, complaining about, women are not submissive. But, okay, cool. And women are supposed to be submissive. We both want a submissive woman, right? Here's the thing. Are you worthy of a submissive woman? A lot of men, you crying about, I want my woman to be this, I want my woman to be that. But, bro, you ain't shit. Do you honestly believe you are worthy of a submissive, sexy, feminine woman when you don't have to your name? So, a woman, here's the thing, people act different with certain people. Yeah. You're not gonna talk to your boss how you talk to a guy that's under you. You're not gonna talk to the CEO of a company just like you're gonna talk to a fucking, I don't know, like a homeless guy on the street or a crackhead or a nitty on fucking Clapton Pond. All my hackney know are gone. So like, okay, cool. A woman's gonna be very masculine to a guy she's not attracted to. That she's not attracted to. But she's going to be very feminine to the product to a guy like Joey. She's going to be feminine to a guy like, you know what I'm trying to say, to a guy that's on his shit. You know what I'm trying to say? So if you want a feminine and submissive woman, it goes back to increasing your value. It goes back to being the best version of yourself. If you make a woman feel secure, if you make a woman feel safe, she's naturally going to be in her feminine. You know what I'm trying to say? Why does this woman act like a bitch with me? Because she don't trust you. When she don't trust you, she's gonna force herself to be in a masculine. Yeah. You know what I'm trying to say? So if you want a feminine and submissive woman, you have to be a courageous and upright masculine man. And I know there's a lot of hard-headed out there that are still masculine, even though that's the case. But we all know what's gonna happen to them. But, you know, it goes back to my point, like, all this bickering about, rare, this, that, and the other, men versus women. We're both fucked up. Men are more feminine than ever, and women are more masculine than ever. Yeah. Know what I'm trying to say? So, we're both fucked up. I don't know if it's because of the era that we're living in, but, you know, that's how you get what you want. If you want a 10 out of 10 chick, you gotta be a 10 out of 10 dude. I realized this from early, bro. I wasn't always as attractive as I am now. You wasn't always as sure of yourself as you are now. But we figured out, like, if you want gold, you gotta be the gold. Like attracts like. You know what I'm trying to say? You gotta work on yourself, for real. But can I ask you a question, though? Do you think, in general, like, both men and women do you think men and women have inflated their value a bit too much.
Because
So
it goes back to social media making people feel like they're more important than they are. It goes back to that. People think like, oh, because this person has a big following means that everything he's saying is gospel. I see a lot of these people on social media talking a bunch of rubbish because they say have 1,000 billion followers. Everything that they say is all of a sudden gospel, and it's worthy of being on a blog. Why are you reporting this person just because they got a big following? They're not credible. I feel like people give credibility way too easy.
Yeah, they give credibility to numbers, isn't it?
Too easy.
Yeah.
Like there's Jake Paul, brother. Why is he fighting real boxers? These people have been boxing their entire lives.
I disagree though. I disagree with that.
Okay, cool. The entertainment factor. That's cool. But these boxers have been boxing their entire lives. But this guy is getting mentioned with so and so.
I disagree. You know what, Jake Paul, what he's done that's good is
I respect what he's done though.
He's leveraged his YouTube fame to negotiate fighting with basically fighting for more money. And I don't knock that. So he can fight with Floyd Mayweather in a little exhibition thing because he's got he brings more to the table in terms of like followers, numbers, money. So from a business point, I get it. And
I'm talking from an ethical mindset.
Not even on the ethics. It's not unethical what he's done. It's just a lot of the boxers that have been fighting their whole life and haven't used their leverage in the way Jake Paul has are envious. That's all it is. A lot of them are just hating. And he's, to be fair, like the clips I've seen of him, he's improved bare as a boxer.
You're saying that because you knocked out Tyron Woodley?
No. He's improved bare as a boxer. Not even, bro, this is no hating.
I'm not hating on the kid. I just want to see him get in a ring with a real...
Yeah, but these man, no, but
and him canceling that fight with my man showed me. He's a great entertainer, great businessman. I'm not taking that away from him.
But this is what I'm saying: the business comes first. Like if you listen to Floyd Mayweather, when he used to call himself Pretty Boy Floyd, then when he called himself Floyd Money Mayweather, that was when he started making the peas.
Okay, cool. Business comes first, but.
It always comes first.
It comes first, yeah, but you have to win fights. You have to win fights. If you don't win fights, the business goes down. Jake Paul hasn't fought a real boxer. Therefore, is the business still going to come for? And this is not me dissing Jake Paul. He's an incredible businessman, incredible, rare to see what he's done for himself. But is he going to keep winning? He's going to get tested. Someone's going to test his jaw for real.
I mean, his fans still buy the product. So it will only be an issue when the fans stop investing in him. Like, he's selling out box office events and all this stuff. So as long as the product is supply and demand, bro, that's the name of the game. As long as there's a demand, he will always be there to supply it. But the nature of the game is your replacement is right around the corner. So you got to stay on your toes. That I agree with. Like, as much as you think, oh, okay, now I'm lucrative, it's not always going to be like that. Like, you're going to get over the hill one day. So you need to maximize your gifts and your circumstances whilst you have them. And that's a message that can be sent to everyone. Don't rest on your laurels. Like, the gifts and the talents that you may have are not that they're not always going to be there, but your replacement is not far behind.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta stay 10 toes regardless. Let's change gears. How important is the power of representation? How important is the power of representation? What I'm saying is how important is it seeing people that look like you being successful? How important is it?
To me, personally.
And not people that look like you, but people that come from where you come from. What does that do for you?
For me, honestly, I'll be honest. To me,
It don't do nothing.
it don't do nothing. It doesn't do nothing.
Explain why.
Because if I wanted to do something, yeah, if I wanted to do something, I'll do it. It's not just because someone. I don't look at something and think, because someone black done it, that means I can do it too. I don't think like that. If I want to do, like, remember the conversation you had where you said to me,
it's not only about race.
No, not even on the race thing, but remember when you said to me, you should start a podcast? Remember the conversation when you said it to me? Yeah. The moment you said it to me, I'm like, I'm doing this. I decided in my mind at that time, I'm doing it. I didn't think of what anyone else has going on or whatever. The only thought was, my only thought was, I need to make this podcast unique to me. So I don't want to have the same talking points as everyone else. I don't want to. Yeah, I just want to make it.
Why you started the podcast? Why do you think starting the podcast was a good idea? Because you saw someone else do it and that be successful for them. So you being influenced by somebody that was subconscious.
Yeah, being influenced by people is not bad. But
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. If no one ever, hypothetically speaking, and I want you to be honest when you answer this question, if you never saw anyone gain success out of a podcast, would you do it? If you never saw anyone gain success, would you out of this podcast thing? If you saw that there was no potential money in it, would you do it? Would you still be doing this? If you saw that no one, if you didn't see the Joe Rogans, the Gilly the Kids, the Wallows, the people that are killing the game right now, even the British people, Chucky Online, you know, would you think
do I still do it? Yeah, I would.
Honestly,
I would.
You're the first person ever. Would you still do it?
Bruv, I've been doing this for how long, and I haven't received.
You had to think about it though.
I had to think about it, but if I'm not willing to put in the grind now, if the only reason why I'm doing this is to get paid, I might as well stop.
For me, it's different. It's very different because for people that don't know, I went to Gladesmore. Chipmunk went to that school. Rimsey went to that school. Central C's manager, YB's went to that school. He's managing Central C. Central C is insanely, incredibly, he's killing the game right now. Rimsey, he's a full-blown entrepreneur, street rap legend from Hackney as well.
Yeah.
Chipmunk, Gram Scene Saver, Rudolph Ray, Chicken Eater, T.I. Street, Glazemore Jumper, Adidas Sneaker, Parada Wearer. Like,
yeah.
These men all went to my school, bro. Heady One went to my college. He's Ghanaian as well. J5, producer, Eastender, Ghanaian as well. I'm seeing these men and I see myself. That gave me the motivation. If them man can do it, why can't I? Of course, I could have been like you and say, if I was the first one, I still would have done it. But I'm not going to lie. Representation gave me the extra boost, the extra catalyst. So many men say, yo, teach me how to be. So many youngers come up to me. Yo, I want to learn how to produce. So many youngers come up to me. Yo, I want to get in the gym, man. When can I get in the gym with you? What time can I? Like, so many. Because they see me and them. They see me and them. Now I'm trying to say the power of representation is crazy. Like, them Jamaican girls killing it, setting world records. I could only imagine what that's gonna do for my daughter. So we can be like, yo, I don't need representation. I can do it myself. And that's amazing, that's beautiful. But not everyone is like us. Not everyone is like us, bro. I'm trying to say, some people need to see someone else do it. We're the top 20, we're the 20%. We're the 20%, but there's the 80% I need that representation to feel like I need to see someone that looks like me or came from the same place I came from and do it. J5 is selling 25K a beat. if you don't have 25K to your name, you can't get a J5B. I would be crazy to think, me seeing that thinking, I need to grind harder now. This guy, East Ender, Ghanaian, raised in London, 25K a beat. I need to get my weight up. I need to get on that level. Because I'm seeing someone else that come from the same energy as I come from, seeing that amount of value within himself, and he put in the work. So like, you know, although our motivation is intrinsic, we can't really deny the power of representation.
I'm not denying it at all, but
because someone can look at you and be inspired.
Of course, and
inspiration is a very powerful thing.
The reason why I would say that, is because, not even to blow my own trumpet, but I've always been a trailblazer.
Right, man, like
not even on an arrogant one, but I'll always be the one to go out on a limb and just try something. So do I like, if I want to do it bad enough, I'll do it. Like, I don't really care about representation like that. That's just me. But I know everyone's not like me. So there are people that representation is important to them, where they may have to see someone like them or around them do something for them to start. But I'm not like that. If I want to do something, I'll do it. But I think that's the best way to be, personally. Because if you're always waiting for someone to make moves, if you're always waiting for someone to do something for you to gain inspiration and motivation,
you're going to be waiting.
You're going to be waiting forever.
But the thing is, it's already there. History is already, you don't have to wait for the brother from your block to make it in order for you to think, I can do it too. It's all throughout history. I feel like people are very small-minded. You need to open your horizons. You can look through it. You can look through the history books, like conquerors, people that have like dominated countries, like inventing things. Like, you don't have to wait for the brother from your block to make it in order for you to be like, I can do it too. You can be the first.
Yeah.
You can full blown be the first. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, all this waiting shit is air.
Even when we had a conversation
like,
about
bro, when I did the thing for Top Boy, I never knew I was gonna do and produce something for Netflix, but I fucking did. You know what I'm trying to say? Like no one in my friendship group had driver's licenses, but I was like, I'm gonna get a driver's license, and I accomplished both of those things this year. You gotta set the tone. You feel me? And I understand your language. I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and that's what the thing. You have to knuckle down and just be on your purpose and on your stuff. Like, you can't be worried about this. Like, again, like, you can't be worried about people's approval, because where you're seeking the validation of other people, they're doing what's best. They're trying to increase their own value, whereas you're focused on their own validation. It doesn't make any sense. So, knuckle down. This is to myself as well, and it's to everyone. Knuckle down, do what you have to do, and just increase your value and make yourself of value. Okay. Because if you're not useful, you're useless. That's the name of the game.
That's cool. And here's the thing. You know the most searched. You know what the most searched thing on YouTube is?
No.
Like, in terms of self-development, how to not care what people think. This is the easiest way not to care what people think. You just have to acknowledge the fact that people's opinions don't change the quality of your life, positive or negative. If someone says, "Oh, Joey, you're the greatest, you know. You're the hardest podcaster. You're sick. You're amazing, you know." Yo, Kdali saying, "Joey, I wanna do this to you. I wanna do that to you." How does that change your life? Has that changed your life? No. Joey, you're a piece of shit. Your podcast is shit, man. Joey, I don't fuck with you. Has that changed your life? No. Other people's opinion don't hold no weight.
I hear what you're saying. Sometimes though, you have to listen to the negative. Okay, yeah. Cool. Sometimes you have to.
In regards to that, yeah. But has that you still got money in your bank, right?
Yeah.
You still got your health, right?
Yep.
You still got your drive, right?
Yep.
So it's up to you to do whatever you want to do with those opinions. But none of those opinions have changed the fabric of who you are.
Yeah.
Hasn't changed your circumstances. So why do you care? The only thing that's useful for it is you can take it as constructive criticism.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that hasn't changed your fabric. Hasn't changed your integrity as a person. So why should you care?
It's true.
We have more power than we think we do. I'm trying to say, just that and the other. Joey, how important is it to change who you affiliate with once you change your values?
It's very important. It's very important.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the people that you have around you are almost a reflection of the beliefs that you have. So, if you see one person that's miserable, chances are the people that are around them are miserable too. Happy people don't affiliate themselves with miserable people. So you have to be equally yoked and have the same values. So if the people that are around you don't have the same values and they're not for you, you need to change your circle.
That's factual, man. That's factual. I realize that I really. It's like, here's the thing, right? Not everyone has the luxury of being around go getters. Not everyone has the luxury of being around people that understand their vision. This is why elevation requires isolation at times, because the circle you're around with before, they might not understand where your head is at right now. Now I'm trying to say, for example, like when I realized it and within myself, like before I became Kdali, I was at every blood clot party, and sure I was at every motive. My Snapchat story was litty, bro. Was litty. I was at everything, bro. I didn't have no job. I didn't have nothing to my name, bro. I was just out here seeking escapism. We're gonna get to escapism as well as balance. But I was just out here, bro. But then when I realized I need to get my shit together, I just lost interest in all of that. Like, my gym is in Bethnal Green. Like, I hit that shit hard, and after that, I'm going home to make beats. But I walk down there, I'm seeing so many of my brethren that I used to chill with in Shoreditch. They're out here doing balloons. They're out here chasing straight skirt chasing, bro. I had to cut some of these niggas off. For real rap. Now I'm trying to say I had to cut some of these niggas off. Like, as soon as I see you moving hella thirsty over, let me touch something else. There's two types of guys that you can't trust. Take note of this, man. Them guys that can't turn down money and guys that can't turn down. They can't turn down money. They can't turn down. Bro, let me tell you something. That's how man get snaked, bro. That's how certain get snaked in the ends, bro. Let me put 500 racks in your face. Go snake your boy. Most men will do it. They'll say no, most men will do it. Oi, imagine if I'm a girl. I'll give you this right now. Just go snake your boy. Most men will do it. Because there's a the vibe. Only top 20% of guys are getting consistent sex. The 80% of them are just taking what they can get. Men have sex with when they can. Women have sex with when they want.
Yeah.
That's period. That's true. That's real life. So the thing was that you can't affiliate yourself with a guy that values lust, whether it's money or sex, over a guy that has integrity. You gotta have a circle that's full of integrity. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm walking by Shoreditch and I got love for some of these guys. Walking by words, I got love for certain of these guys. But they can tell I've changed, and they can tell that they're still doing the same shit. Yeah. And but sometimes you gotta love people from afar, because you are, just like you said, you are who you hang around with. I'm not saying never have fun, but if you're serious about your life and changing your life, bro, And it's not. And when you work, you work harder when you realize that it's not only your life you're trying to change.
Yeah.
I could imagine when you make it, you're gonna change the people around you's lives. You're gonna change your mom's life. You're gonna change. I don't know if you've got siblings.
Yeah.
You're gonna change their lives. You're gonna change your friends' lives. You're gonna probably put them in position to win.
Yeah.
Just with you. So when you realize that this shit is bigger than you, you're gonna work 10 times harder. You're gonna willing to make those sacrifices. You're not gonna care about what's on social media, parties, this, that, and the other. You're not gonna care about that because your purpose is bigger than all of this, bigger than enjoyment. And when you buckle down harder, you're gonna enjoy way more. So that's why sometimes you gotta move on your own. Because just like I was saying, you can't save everyone. You can't put your mentality into other people's heads.
Yeah.
I'm guilty of that. Do is what they want to do.
I'm guilty of that. And just as you were talking, a thought came to my mind about we were talking about value earlier and what makes men more valuable. Discipline. Discipline is everything. Discipline is so important. Like, the way my routine is now, just in regards to my life, is work, gym, home. After I've done all that, podcasting as well, like, my life is very orderly right now, and I love it. Like, work, gym, come home, cook, eat, sleep. That's near enough Monday to Friday. Saturday, Sundays, I have time to enjoy myself, but the routine is the same. And if you're not disciplined enough to stick to the script, like, okay, cool, I'm going gym Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. During the week, I have to eat clean. So that means I have to cook. When I cook, I got to weigh out my food. I have to do all these things, and I can't deviate from the script. This is what I have to do. If you think I'm doing too much, that's fine. But this is how serious.
80% grind, 20% enjoyment.
This is what I'm saying.
That 20% is important though, because we're all the human.
Yeah.
We need time to rest. But you need time to rest so we can perform better, because burnout is real.
Yeah.
Burnout, I've suffered from it as well.
That's what I'm saying. The weekends, I can be like, you know what, Saturday and Sunday, I'll enjoy myself. But Monday to Friday, it's grind.
It's grind. Very important. Another question.
What?
Do you feel like nepotism hurts you more than it helps you? You know what nepotism is?
Yeah. When you favour like your family and friends and that.
That's it.
Yeah. No, I don't. Because I want to be in a position where I can enable my family and friends. Like, if that's not what we're doing it for, then what are we doing it for? This is because you were saying it has to be bigger than me. Like, I think as well, when you were talking about envy, I think a lot of people just frown on these things because they're envious. Like, they envy people in positions of power because they don't understand the mindset. Because when people say that nepotism is bad, so if you were owner of a company, what, you're not gonna hire your family and friends.
Okay.
Oh, I am gonna hire my family and friends. That's nepotism. So you're only saying that, you're only talking down on nepotism because you're not in a position of power. That's envy.
That's true. That's true. I feel like this is a tricky one in my personal opinion, because innately, you want to see your family happy. You want to see your family this and that. You got to put your niggas on, because that's how certain men become Judas. They see you eating all the time. Certain men, they see you eating and they're not eating. That's how man turn into Judas. If people don't know, Judas is the person that gave up Jesus to the Romans and Jesus got crucified. You know what I'm trying to say? So I feel like it's important for you to put your guys in position to win. However, what's the biggest thing people say before they make it? When I make it, I'm gonna put all my guys on. When I make it, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put you in position, put that in position. Here's the one thing. Some of your friends don't
want to see you make it.
No. Some of that too, but some of your friends don't have the same drive as you. Some of your friends don't have the same intelligence as you. And let's be real, let's be honest. Some of your friends are not competent enough to fill that role. If I make my bedroom my manager, but he's hella unorganized, I love him to death. I grew up with him, but he's not organized. He can't do the job. I'm not gonna give him no leeway. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be harder on you. Don't think just because you're my bedroom, because you're my little brother, just because you're my things means that I'm gonna give you unlimited amount of leeway. If you fuck up, I'm gonna keep you because you might not be replaceable as a person, but I need someone that can do this properly. If you love me, you'll go harder for me. If I love you, so I'm gonna make you my manager. I'm gonna make you my PA. I'm gonna make you this, that, and the other. If you're my bedroom and say, oh, put me in the studio with this person, I will, but don't embarrass me. So nepotism is good, but if my uncle's the CEO of a company, I'm not gonna embarrass him. You know, I'm trying to say. So
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like I heard my you know, I don't know if I want to say his name, but
You don't have to.
this artist that I work with is like, take the hood with you, but not everyone in your hood is serious. Some man in your hood are like they don't like the fact that you belong, or they feel like they're entitled to everything. No, I'm trying to say. So, and if you have any respect for yourself, you value hard work, and you don't want no freeloaders with you.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to say. So, if people take an inch, they'll take a mile. So, hypothetically speaking, you're rich and you're successful. You bring all your guys with you, and your guys keep getting in trouble, and you always have to bail them out. You're gonna get pissed off. But they get in trouble because Joey got me. Joey's gonna bail me out of jail.
You've got time. Listen, I'll give you one strike. I'll tell you one time.
You're gonna say, listen, if you're pattern up, you're going back to the hood.
You're gone. I ain't listen.
That's what 50 Cent had to do. I read his book.
Which one? The Hustle Harder.
Hustle Harder.
I haven't read that one. I need to read that.
I can't believe I haven't read it. You'll love it. Basically, he was on tour with his bedrooms that he brought back from Queens, and his friends kept on fucking up. Like they kept fighting each other, and 50 Cent like, yo, you fuck up once, I'm sending you back to Queens, and he had to send Bear Man back to Queens because they kept messing up on.
So you're messing with my money now, bro.
I'm trying to say, I love you, but you can't be around me no more.
Yeah.
Because I worked hard to get here. I can't let nobody mess this up. And if you love me, you'll understand how hard I had to work to get to where I am.
Yeah.
You wouldn't take advantage of that.
And you're only here because I've made myself valuable enough to where you can essentially tag along.
That's what I'm
saying. So now that I've brought you here, out of grace, don't take the piss.
Don't take the piss, fam. Don't take the mick out of what I had to build. And your friends are a fuck up situation for you. Do you feel like hard work is the only thing you need to be successful?
Absolutely not. You need to have a good network. You need to have direction. You have to know what you want. And you need to cultivate relationships. I think people are not aware of how important relationships are. Because people can look at someone and be like, oh, how did this person get here? They're not even that gifted. They probably just knew the right person. But again, and we've seen so many times where there's someone that's super talented, but because of the way they conduct themselves, they burn the bridge in terms of relationships. And the first, someone I can think who comes to mind of that is Azealia Banks. The black, super talented, but just the way she moves, just the way she moves on social media sometimes it just alienates people, and that's why people always say that. Shout out to Robert Greene. People always say that how the 48 laws of power, it turns me into a bad person. No. There was one law there that is so gospel. Always say less than necessary. Always. Like, you're on social media just slagging people off or whatever, or doing whatever. That person could be in the way of the opportunity.
It's attention seeking and it's low self-esteem. It's rooted in jealousy. But the thing about hard work is, okay, cool. They say the harder you work, the luckier you get. It's actually the smarter you work, the luckier you get. No disrespect to anyone that works in retail. Retail workers, they work very hard. They're facing up the store. They have to put up with shitty customers. They have to put up with this, that, and the other. Some of them won't earn the minimum wage. You get your paycheck at the end of the month. After you pay all your rent and your bills, 90% of that is gone. You can't even save. A lot of people are living like that, bro. Especially the price of living is going up. Everyone is stressed out. So to become successful, it takes consistency, persistence, and it also takes strategy, self-awareness. It's not about the stars aligning. The stars have already aligned. You just have to align with them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? That's what it's all about. And it takes sacrifice. We keep talking about sacrifice. Cancel your Netflix subscription. All of the non-essentials. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you're stressing about life, but you're also stressing about who's going to win Love Island. Love Island.
Love Island done the other day still. I don't watch it, but obviously people that I chat to.
I kind of love Love Island, but I don't know. Like, it's entertaining.
If I have an hour to... I can't watch Love Island, man. I
feel like people dedicate hours and hours and hours and hours to other things, but people won't dedicate 30 minutes to themselves.
Yeah.
They won't dedicate little things to themselves to talk, Joe.
Have you read The Way of the Superior Man?
A long time ago.
Yeah, you know it says that how the superior man has to dedicate 1 hour to his craft every day.
That's common sense, bro.
Common sense is not common though, as you said. And let's keep it up. Listen, I'll be honest. Even me, I don't even do that. I should do that. I will do that. But again, you're saying it's common sense. It's not common sense. Like, people have an hour to watch Love Island, whereas
not
even hating on Love Island, but it's just people have an hour to watch. People
obsessed with that show.
People have an hour to watch Love Island, but they haven't got an hour to go gym.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. Not that it doesn't make sense. It just shows me what your priorities are.
I feel like people
prioritize entertainment more than self-development, because self-development is painful.
It's hard.
It's painful. It's tedious.
And it breaks your ego down.
Yeah.
When you first step in the gym and you can't even lift a 10 kg dumbbell, it with you.
Yeah.
And
you're seeing bare man just lifting bare weights.
Going 50
you're
kg.
Thinking, bro,
and it breaks that and you're like, oh, gym.
You know,
girls don't even like when guys with muscles. Yes, they do.
Yes.
Yes, they do.
You know what's funny, yeah? Funny story. I've gone to the gym now, yeah? Some kids from college, are like year 11 college, yeah? They've come into the gym. Like, my guy had to put on like a 20 kg plate each side, and he tried to get his boys to film it, yeah? My man's almost had a tragic accident, and I've gone to go save him, like, and I said, young man, let me talk to you. Like, you see these guys that you see lifting 2 plates of 20 kg each side, making it look easy. These men have been in here their whole life, progressing to get to that weight. You're not going to lift that weight overnight. So humble yourself, pattern your ego, and if that's what you want to work towards, consistently work towards that. And he was nodding his head, like he was proper listening to me, because he was with his his PE teachers, and they were women. They tried to tell him, like, yo, don't touch the weight, but they didn't listen to him. Like, he didn't listen to them. I don't want to say he ignored them because they were women, but he didn't listen to them. And the women came over to me, and they were like, oh, thank you for telling him that. They said, it's nice to hear it from a man. I'm like, yeah, because we don't want him to hurt himself. Like, he's a young boy. Like, his ego just kicked in. He's seen guys lifting weights, and he hasn't thought, oh, I have to work towards this. I want to do it's male ego. So, again, humble yourself, do the work, and dedicate yourself to the process. Like, every guy wants to go into the gym, lift 40, 50, 60 kg, But that's gonna take time. That's gonna take time.
That's true. Couple more questions. How do you feel like your environment and where you grew up alters your mentality?
It has a big impact. I think whatever you've been surrounded with, you tend to normalize, and that's not always good. So if you grew up in a household that was toxic,
Or a neighborhood that was toxic.
yeah, if you grew up in a violent neighborhood or you lived in a household that was toxic, you're gonna normalize that thing, and you shouldn't always do that. It's not always good to do that. And I think when you get older and you get more mature, you realize that you control your environment. So as much as people may be doing nonsense over there or doing whatever they're doing over there, it only becomes part of me if I associate myself with that. And I think when you haven't got, talking back to the purpose thing, when you haven't got purpose and you're not disciplined, that's how you get easily distracted. Because if you have a goal to wanna be the best music producer ever or the best music producer in the UK, you getting involved in gang violence is not gonna help you with the goal that you intrinsically have or the goal that you have to be the best producer. So you're not gonna associate with that if you're smart. So if you know what you want, you won't accept what is not conducive to what you want.
You know, you know what Kamzi is, right?
Yeah.
You know what Kamzi told me? He told me, Dali, if you're not careful, this place will consume you. Because there's nothing here. He looked me in my eyes and told me, there's nothing here. We both grew up in Hackney. Me and you, we both grew up in Hackney, right? We know how treacherous and crazy this place is, bro. For example, this little youth that I used to have in my studio, like last year, I saw him 2 weeks ago. This is a true story, right? I'm not gonna say his name. He's probably watching this right now. I'm trying to say, basically, this is back when I used to wait for the bus, right? So I was waiting for this bus to take me home. No, take me straight to the gym, right? And the youth jumped on without no Oyster card. He didn't tap his Oyster card, right? And I didn't recognize who this youth was before. So the bus stop, the bus driver is Hackney bus drivers. They don't take no bad up, innit?
Yeah.
They don't take no bad up. So he stopped the whole bus. And when I clocked it was because this youth didn't tap his card. I was yelling at the youth like, "Yo, get the the bus, rare. This, that, and the other." Me and him were arguing. I don't know why I was arguing. He was 17, but he looked like he was 40. He's like, "I'm not coming off the bus." I'm like, "Why?" The youth live old backed out a knife. And he was like, "Feds are up the road. I'm not coming off the bus so they can stop and search me." And I'm like, "Yo, where you from?" He's like, I'm not going to say what area he's from. But there's an area in Hackney. And I was like, "Okay, cool. Where are you trying to go to?" He's like, "I'm trying to go up the road." And he's like, "Why can't you go around there?" He's like, "Oh, that's the up block. The ops are there." Now I'm trying to say, this youth was 17, but he looked like he was 14. He did not come off the bus. A random lady had to pay for his thing. This is the kind of environment that we got. And he clocked to. I was, "Oh, you're Kdali. What you saying, rah? Oh, back then I was shit at rapping, but now I'm good at rapping." This is why we grind hard. Because here's the thing. I didn't take responsibility, but if I could have just told the youth, "Yo, stick to the music," maybe he wouldn't have to put in a situation where he has to carry that on him. 17-year-old youth, when I was 17, I wasn't thinking like that, bro. But this is the kind of environment that breeds this youth stuff. This is back why I say this is why I believe in representation. This is also why, linking back to what I was saying, don't sometimes isolation is required for elevation, because when you're mingling around with these people that are poisoning your mind and telling you to do these things, sometimes they're telling you this in their perspective to protect you, because that's what they have to go through. Now they're implanting that on you. But I'm never saying these things. We're never acting like we're holier than thou, because at the end of the day, here's the thing. All right. If I never was into music, I would have ended up just like that. If I wasn't embedded in creativity and this, that, and the other, I would have ended up just like that. Because we come from the same environment as some of the most dangerous people. We went to school with some of these guys. We went to school with some of these guys. And some of these guys, you could say is a broken home, this, that, and the other. Some of these guys, they grew up in households with both parents. So sometimes not even at home. Sometimes it's a thing was like, it's really just your mentality and where your values lie.
Yeah, that's but I think your mentality a lot of times is shaped by the household that you grew up in. So I don't know who the young man is. I can almost bet my bottom dollar that the father's not in the equation.
I think you're right.
I can almost, like...
I think you're right.
The story is always the same, bro. Like, unfortunately... Not even always, but you can always bet... Like, we kind of know how the story goes. Because if we see a youth running around with a Rambo on the roads, the first question that man have got...
There's a lot of them.
Yeah. The first question that's going to ask is, where's your dad? There's no way that man are doing that with their dad in the house. There's just no way. Or they may like... There's just no way. Like you may sometimes, but in my view, if you're doing that under your dad's watch, there's a dereliction of duty there, 100%. Something is off. Like, your dad has to instill the fear of God in you. He has to. There's no way, personally.
And here's the thing. Back to parents. Let me tell you something. If you're a parent, and your kid looks up to anyone more than you, you're doing your job wrong. If your daughter looks up to so and so, the people that you complain about more than you, you're doing your job wrong. It's down to you to make sure you're the biggest role model in your youth's life. Because I know when I have kids, I don't. If my youth is looking up to any other man other than me, they're doing something wrong. Yeah. I need my daughter to look at me and be like, "This is a man."
Yeah, this
is. If your daughter is looking up to the next man more than she's looking up to you, you're doing something wrong. Yeah. I want my daughter. When my daughter's like in her teen years, and some 27-year-old pedophiles pulling up to a secondary school and flashing a rollie on her face, probably a fake rollie, and all these stupid things, telling her to come in her car. She's gonna look at that rollie and be like, "My dad got like 7 of those." Yeah, you know what I'm saying,
that shit don't impress
that
me.
That doesn't impress me.
Yeah,
that don't intrigue me, because that's how all these little
how these girls get got. Yeah,
pregnant, because a lot of these nasty old men are pulling up to their yard and doing disgusting things with them, cheating them raw, and she has to explain how does she have a youth with an old man.
Yeah.
To our parents.
And I think as well, on what you were saying before, the reason why fathers are important to their daughters is because as much as the woman is going to show you how to be a woman, the man is going to be there to show you what the man that you choose should be like. The man needs to be an example. I think a lot of reasons, and this is just my view, I think a lot of reasons why women pick poorly in men is because they haven't had the example of what to choose. Yeah, they never had the example of what to choose from. Because normally, the girl's father would choose a husband for her and be like, that's a man of quality, that's not a man of quality. But where the whole arranged marriage structure's gone, women are just choosing.
Do you think they need to bring back arranged marriages?
I think they do.
Do you feel like love is important in regards to picking your partner?
It's important, but it's not as important as people make it out to be. I think relationships are not sustained on love. I don't think love is that important. As long as it's functional, as long as the relationship...
More like a partnership.
Yeah, like a partnership. Like, I don't even want to say partnership, but it has to be a team. If there's two people and one of them is not a team player, it's never going to work. You can't build with someone that's not a team player. There has to be two team players.
Do you think love is... Do you feel like love can be sustained throughout years and years to come? Romantic love? Or do you think it's something that just fleets away?
I think you can sustain it. But I feel like people say that how... Yeah, I think that people say that how love is this, love is this. A lot of people that scream about love this, love that, don't even know what love is. Just keep it a buck. Like, if you're not willing to sacrifice, if you're not willing to be patient, if you're not kind, that's not love. And you can say that, if you say that I love this person, if you say that you love this person, and then you're saying I love someone else, that's not love. That's just a feeling that's fleeting.
Real talk, man. I think we've covered enough, man.
If there's any topics that you disagree with, please let us know. We appreciate the feedback.
And if you don't like what we said, go suck him a minute.
Kdali, where can they find you on the socials?
KDALILDN. I think the editor is going to have it.
Yeah, we'll sort that out. Obviously, you know where to find me. Carpe Diem Joseph on the Instagram. A Matter of Mindset on the gram as well. TikTok, all of that.
Yeah, and big up No Stars for this podcast.
Come on, always.
This is really good, man. Big up the guy behind the camera.
Come on, A Matter of Mindset signing out.